Real Talk with Nick, your host, Nickavelli King, and we got my boy.
G5 in the building. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the time.
All right, man, talk to me, G5. Knicks won 50 games, lost 32. We in second place behind the Boston Celtics. Everybody was looking at the Cleveland Cavaliers. They dropped the fourth. I mean, listen, New York Knicks are contenders, but like I'm saying, and like I've been saying, come April is going to be a motherfucking coach tournament. And it's going to be how the coaches play the X and the O's, man. It's going to come down to the X and the O's, man. And that's going to come down to the fucking coaching. And Tom Thibodeau, I don't have faith with him 100%, man. Talk to me, man.
That's your belief. It's old school coaching versus new school coaching.
And who wins all the time?
It ain't even that the coaching is winning. Because if you look at the coaching, we got the new era coaches like the JJ Redicks, where analytics telling you shoot the jump shot more, while you got old coaches that goes by plays and not by numbers. X's and O's, not numbers. You got the coaches nowadays is numbers, not X's and O's. So you got Boston out here making people look bad like the Knicks, getting blown out the way we get blown out from a team that's shooting just 85% of their shots is all from behind the line. So they get the ball, get down there, they're shooting the three. If you give them the green, you give them enough space, they're going to just shoot the three. And 7, 8 of those players on that team all shoot the three. And they come out there just to do that. So it's like they lining up at the three-point line. If you ain't in the mood to really play that kind of defense, which the Knicks look like they wasn't in the mood to play that kind of game.
But they got what kind of coach? A defensive coach. Make that shit make sense.
Yeah, when you got a defensive coach that know defense, X's and O's compared to numbers, where these guys ain't even really running plays for each other. They giving the open man the ball to shoot the shot. Like you playing street ball. Like the open man shoot the shot. Pass it around until we get the open man to get the shot.
What does that say about Tom Thibodeau's coaching, though?
It don't say nothing about coaching. That's just how they playing. The NBA ain't about the old way of basketball. That's what you need to understand. The old way of basketball is the way we thinking. Defense win championships. But the way they doing it is offense is going to win the championship. You're going to have to outscore us. Because we don't care. We're going to do whatever we got to do. For every mistake, you're going to pay in a punishment. That's how it's looking right now. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I understand why everybody's saying, Tibbs, he's an old school coach. But for the second year in a row, we're one of the best teams in the league. We got 2 All-Stars. You can't. Tibbs can probably get coach of the year if keep up the way they're keeping up. Especially if we can make it to the finals.
But when you overlook everything, right? When you sit back and you look at everything, you gotta say that the Knicks' success is more on the players than it is the coaching. Can we agree with that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Okay.
The coach ain't out there making the basket, ain't shooting shots. The coach is out there to give you advice, to tell you a game plan, run his game plan. If your team is willing to run the same game plan and have faith in their coach, then it works like the way it's working now. That's the only reason why it works with us. Ain't nobody too much of a superstar to be head over heels to think that Tibbs is just another old school coach. And we want to play the new school era. Our players ain't thinking that. K.A.T ain't playing. Oh, we know K.A.T can shoot. When he was in Minnesota, that boy was shooting way more threes than when he shooting in New York. K.A.T barely shooting threes. K.A.T rather go to the hole. K.A.T rather be down there because he see Brunson getting them easy points, the mid-ranges. That's how they both had 40 each the other night. Like, they both put up a 40 piece. To show you, nigga, look, this is what we could do.
Let me ask you this. How come Tom Thibodeau, right?
Mm-hmm.
He put more emphasis on former players that he coached in the past than the current players he actually has on his team? How come he go out his way, like the Derrick Rose, the karlanthonytowns, you know what I'm saying? You hear the Chutterbox chitter when we speak of that, of Jimmy Butler's. How come he, when he coach?
Because those are the players he made.
But you're living in your past, man.
That's the players he made. That's the players he gave a shot to when nobody else was giving them a shot. When they was just average players. So he got Karl-Anthony-Towns when Karl-Anthony Towns was just in the league. Karl-Anthony Towns, he did his job over there. Been an all-star for years. Same thing with Jimmy Butler in Chicago. Same thing like Derrick Rose in there. We can even say the same thing now with Brunson because he's there when Brunson became a superstar.
And you still standing here on Real Talk with Nick, thinking the Knicks don't go far without a bench.
No, we have a bench.
But we don't utilize the bench.
It ain't that we don't utilize the bench, Nick. I don't see our bench out there affecting the game like other teams' benches affect the game.
Do other coaches on other teams coach the way Tom Thibodeau coached?
It ain't even a
yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
yes.
What coach besides Tom Thibodeau don't play the bench?
76ers.
That's a lie.
They have no choice to play their bench.
I just asked you, what coach
you said,
besides
what coach,
Tom Thibodeau
said,
don't play the bench?
I'm telling
then
you.
Then you double talking and you saying, I said that's a lie, and then you
explain.
Okay, all right.
Just trying to downgrade it and not listen.
Okay.
I could say the 76ers. The only reason why the 76ers playing the players they play is because of the injuries. Other than that, the 76ers won't be if Embiid was 100% healthy, if Paul was there, Maxey was there, and all the players they had there, you really think they'd be playing the players that's on that bench playing right now? No. Half of them players, 3 of them players won't be on the court, bro. So you got to look at it like that. Then let's go to Cleveland. You think Cleveland got a bench? No. They just proved that, right?
How they proved that? And why you think they don't have a bench?
Because who they got on the bench? Name their bench players that makes a noise on Cleveland. Bench players that make noise. Other than the 5 that's on the starting team, there's the team that we know of. That's the threat, them 5. Let's go to... I could go to a bunch of teams. The only teams that really does that is Boston. Where you know the bench players come out there and score. You got Milwaukee. You know they bench player, 1 or 2 of their names. Miami. You know 1 or 2 of their names. That play. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're saying play the bench, certain teams is forced to play the bench and certain teams is not.
Did you see the game when we went OT against the Atlanta Hawks?
Yes.
Did you see how Tom Thibodeau had your boy Karl-Anthony Towns looking in the 4th quarter, man? Exhausted.
I mean, listen.
Hobbling. One end of the floor to the other.
He wanted it though.
Come on.
He wanted it.
It's okay to want it.
But if you want it, you want the win. You mad at a player that's sitting out there giving it his all. You rather him not give his all? It's about that time. We got to start giving our all. We got to show the all. We cannot play around no more. So this is the time they need to put their boots on. All-Star's over. After tomorrow, nigga, the games is over. It's time to crunch down and really get into playoff basketball. Because it's going to be a different game, and we know that already. So I'm not mad that he got to play them the minutes. I keep telling you that.
You're not mad that you see your players hobbling.
It ain't even
You're starting 5.
He's playing he's playing harder basketball, bro. It ain't like he's still playing the easy basketball where he's out playing the line. No, he's inside that paint. Cat never really played in the paint like that. You see him a way different game now. He's playing a different basketball game the way he normally plays, and he's successful like a motherfucker playing it. So why not? Of course my body's going to get beat up. Because now he's playing like the Shaqs, the Alonzo Mournings. He's playing like them, the Dwight Howards. He's playing basketball like them. That's why they can't control him right now, because nobody can control that, because they're not used to that kind of basketball. He's playing with that aggression, that tenacity. You seen every time he went to the hole, he hit the floor. You know, normally Cat be crying. No, Cat sitting there. That's telling you he's a different animal. He's a different beast. On New York, you know, you got to play different, be different. And he's a different beast. We seeing a whole different character. We don't see the regular Cat. That's not Cat.
I'm going to name Tom Thibodeau starting 5. I'm going to name all the players.
And Pursuer's been getting
listen. I'm going to name...
55 been getting his
I'm going to name his starting 5.
So, I mean, I can name 3 players off the bench that's getting burned on the Knicks right now.
I'm going to name his starting 5.
All right, so what's
the cake favors? You know, when his birthday came around, they had cake on their cheek. And I got some questions for you. No, because I'm the one who's giving out the questions. Is Mikal Bridges banged up in your eyes?
No.
Okay. All right. Help you start. Is Jalen Brunson banged up?
No.
Is Karl-Anthony Towns
No.
banged up? Is OG Anunoby banged up?
Yes. That's the only banged up player.
Mitchell Robinson
No.
banged up.
Well, of course, he's been banged up since last season. Who's counting on Mitchell Robinson? He's not even part of the starting five. So what are you talking about?
Come March 1st?
No, he's not.
Coming March 1st, they saying he's going to be the starting five, and they're going to push. Listen, bro, I hope you're right. I'm saying that.
You really think Mitchell Robinson's going to come in after not playing the whole season and make a difference or fuck up the rotation of the Knicks?
So why they saying that? They lying to the people. They
bro,
say it. They lying. I agree with
talk.
you. That's what I've been saying.
It's talk.
I agree with you.
Come back.
I
agree. He's going to be on restricted minutes.
I agree.
Starting ain't going to be it. I'd rather him come off the bench with those bench players and give us the defense then, because Cat got the defense on the starting five.
Yo, my man, I agree with you.
Unless they want Cat to play the 4.
Which would be a dumb move.
No, it won't.
Because who gonna play the 5? When you just got rid of Jericho Sims.
Mitch, your boy Mitch. That's who you keep talking. You want to bring up Mitch in April. That's the playoffs. We don't need him in the playoffs.
I agree.
No, you don't. So you shouldn't even.
No, the point I'm trying to make.
You said the
point I'm trying to make. Listen, if you listen.
No,
do you want to hold it? No. I'm filming you. You're the one who got to listen to what I'm asking you. I'm agreeing with you. Listen, I'm telling you. Right, that Tom Thibodeau is putting the Knicks in the graveyard right now. Because right now
you asked me the starting 5 of the Knicks.
It's not going to.
Mitchell Robinson is not in the starting 5 of the Knicks, so you can't put him there. Stop throwing you're throwing curveballs and fake narratives.
No, I'm not, bro.
Yes,
I'm going by what they're saying is going
to
happen.
It's OG Anunoby. It's those guys. Now, only one that's banged up right now is OG. That's it. Pursuer's out there. He's playing. He's getting minutes.
Karl-Anthony Towns ain't fucking grabbing his hand. Huh? Well, I mean, what game you watch, man?
Bro, it doesn't matter if he grab his hand, bro. What the hell?
What do you mean, what the hell,
His hand is already messed up. You know that. He's got to play through the injury, bro.
Oh, okay, so he is injured.
With broken fingers.
Okay. So he is injured.
Broken fingers. Like, niggas play with broken fingers, bro.
All right, he is injured.
It's basketball. He's not injured.
Okay.
If he was injured, he won't be playing. He's not injured. Stop throwing the narrative out there. Make it up. Your own narrative.
I'm not making up shit. I was told that Mitchell Robinson was coming back in January. Then I was told that it was pushed back to March 1st. I mean, I guess I'm the only one who I got some.
Because you're the only one caring about Mitchell Robinson. Nobody cares about Mitchell Robinson, bro. That's why you don't hear him. Nobody cares. He's not a factor on this Knicks team. He's gonna slow the game up. He's not a factor. He can't keep up with those guys. He can't. His knees is not available. That's it. Stop talking about it.
And I'm telling you, the fact that you're saying that Mitchell Robinson is a non-factor, I'm telling you, they put themselves in a position that non-factor is who you got to depend on, because you got nobody else. You want to talk
about somebody non-irrelevant, and that's what you're trying to make a narrative, and I don't want to talk about somebody that played basketball.
The non-irrelevant is the fucking coach. Bro, that's who I'm on. The coach.
No, you're not. You're not talking about the coach.
The coach. Well, let's get on the coach since you're not talking about the coach. You're not getting. I know you don't, because you want to paint the false narrative that this fucking coach is doing something, and he ain't doing shit. And every time I prove my point, you run around. You run around the shit.
What point you prove that?
Everybody that you name in as a non-factor is on the floor is banged the fuck up because we got a motherfucking coach.
Where do you see a nigga banged up at?
Come on, man.
You tell me where you see
I'm going to go again. Why was Karl-Anthony Towns hobbling during the fucking OT game against the Atlanta Hawks?
Because he was getting beat up. That's why, bro. He's hitting the floor. He's putting his body to the paint. It ain't the same game. What the hell you not used? You don't understand that, Nick? It's a different basketball game that he's playing. He's not banged up. He's going to take bumps. He's going to take bruises like they used to take back in the 2000 basketball. This is what you're not understanding. He's the only player right now playing 2000 basketball.
Karl-Anthony Towns, are yours? Is the only player?
That's the only player right now playing 2000s basketball, bro. Everybody else is playing the new era basketball. He's not playing that game. He's down there in that paint, giving them the business. He's fighting every time. I bet you got a black and blue every day. That's when you know you down there with the bullies. Why you think they respect him more this year than what they respect him in his whole career? Because the way he's playing basketball now. He's going down there getting 23, 26, and 26. That's bully basketball, bro. That's not regular basketball. That's not, I'm down here and all of them's inside paint moves to get the basket. It's cut to the hole, cut to the basket, to the paint. It's a different basketball game that you trying to push the narrative saying somebody's injured. No, he's banged up. Everybody's banged up this time in the NBA, Nick. If you serious about your game, you gotta have to play through it. He's been in enough playoff situations and enough time in the league to know Karl-Anthony Towns is gonna make it through this because he's been through worse and played through it. Over there, he did it. So think he's not injured like he was over there. If his leg was fucked up, then granted, him hobbling his knee, he ain't worried about his ankle. Nobody's worried about his ankle. He's not hurt. He ain't twisting no ankle. He just hobbled. Nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, I'm 7 feet tall. You try to go out there jumping to the sky and landing on your knees. That shit all hurt, Nick. Dunking the ball. That shit all hurt your knees, but regardless, just because of the height they are. They all feel that. Every NBA player feels the same way with their knees. They all icing them bitches. Every player.
So it'd be foolish to take him out.
Yeah, it's foolish to take him out the
and
game.
let somebody else play behind him.
Who? Name him. Name him, Nick. Name who's gonna go out there and give you those kind of that production that he's giving. Nobody. That's why we ain't signed another center. That's why we ain't even think about getting a center. We got a fucking point guard. Think about it, Nick. We got rid of a center and got a point guard, Nick. That was on the court playing basketball. Got rid of him and got a guard from France that don't even play. That's injury prone himself. Think about it, Nick. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If they wanted the big man game, they would have had more big men down there.
So basically you saying that Knick is worrying about something that he don't need to be worrying about.
Yes, you're worrying about unnecessary. What you need to be worrying about is how can we get the bench players to get the confidence to tell them when they on that court, we need you to score and stop playing defense. Because that's not working. Now you get it? That's the only downfall. And I got to blame Tibbs for that. That he's telling the bench players he wants to see defense. Because he's relying on his 4 or 5 guys that's on that court to get him the points. And those bench players need to get him the points as well. When they on that, come off that bench, they at least need to get him 10 to 15 points for 4 minutes. And it shouldn't be hard. Only one I see doing it is Cam. The 55 guys trying his best.
Well, Hawk?
Yeah, he's trying his best.
And why you don't play Hawk?
Because he's
after you got rid of Jericho Sims.
Because that's why they got rid of Jericho Sims, because he's the one that moved into Jericho Sims' position. That's what you need to understand. He moved into Jericho Sims' position. Now he's the backup center for like Jericho. So we don't need another backup center. We got Karl-Anthony Towns. We don't need 3 centers like we had before. The backup Karl-Anthony Towns, the backup and the backup and the backup. Because we had Mitchell Robinson, depending on Mitchell Robinson, we needed to have 2 extra backup centers to make sure. Now they don't need that. Now they only need 1 backup center.
So basically you saying, don't even bring Mitchell Robinson back.
For what?
For the postseason.
But for what? I just need to know for what. Is he playing with the team? Is he at practices now? Is he literally foot to the 90, 70? Is he really getting in the reps? Is he really? If he's not doing that, then that's just come off the bench, man, and y'all just trying to get your money's worth at this point. Because we paid you, and now you go dance, nigga. That's just what it seemed like.
Yeah, but it don't seem like that with the coaching.
No,
like he's just trying to get his money worth.
It ain't the coach. The coach don't pay them. The owner pays them. The owner can tell you, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Do Tom Thibodeau look like he want to get the city of New York a championship? Or does he look like he just coaching
he's not
to
coaching.
Be a mediocre, successful coach and be around to 2028?
This team as the team of success. If you ever looked at it, you've seen him. He barely do interviews. When we looked at, he sees this team going farther than any team he ever had. He could do it. He's been to the Eastern Conference Finals. He's been in the Western Conference. He's been there, so it ain't like he never been there. So I'm not gonna sit there and say Tibbs can't make over the hump. It's just getting his players perform over that hump. See, that's basically what it is. And I look at, like I said, Tibbs will play you if you're good enough. If you put your hard-earned into it, you get the burn. Because Jimmy Butler won't be who Jimmy Butler is if he didn't put the hard work in None of those players would be who they are that he coached if they didn't put their hard work in, especially Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler had to play behind Derrick Rose. And he still managed to outshine and get out there and become a star. So you can't sit there and say he won't give him a chance. He would.
When
Deuce
Tom
McBride
Thibodeau
got banged up, that's a little hurt.
Okay.
Because that's some points that we need. Like I said, he's confident enough to get you a bucket. He's not going to play the rookies like that.
Okay, so you think playing a second unit when they do get a chance to play for 10 to 15 minutes,
they need to play more.
They need to play more.
No, they need to want to score. They still look like they scared to score. I told you that. They still looking like
they barely get to touch the ball.
They don't touch the ball, bro. You
listen,
can't sit there and say,
listen, man.
Right,
you
so
act like numbers lie, man.
So Cam don't get the ball.
Cam gets the ball.
All right, so Cam scores, don't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's the most successful out of the little minutes.
He's the one that's sitting there the most confident. He's the one that's sitting there like, I get the ball, I'm a score. I'm not gonna play with the ball and try to pass it to the open player. I'm gonna make the player open. That's what he's doing.
I don't remember a game it was, but Cam was hot, right?
He's always hot.
And Tom Thibodeau took him out when he was hot. What game was this?
Because
this was
that's
the
his
fucking
role. But see, you gotta understand, when you're a role player, your role is when we give him my guys the rest, the guys that's need their little 5-7 minutes. I need somebody out there cooking. So while you cooking and they say they ready to go, because they see you, your energy gave them energy to get off the court. Yo, let me. All right, it's time for me to go. Then they get up and put your stars back in because you already got it ramped. Keep it going. Give him a break. He's used to being out there, but you telling him to keep him out there, then tire him out even more when you might need him off in the fourth quarter.
All right, so hold that thought right there. See how
you might
just
need
said
him
that?
In the last
you
3
just said that.
In the fourth
you just
quarter.
said that. Now you talking
that's
about
a bench player.
Okay, so why wouldn't you have that?
Because a bench player is not getting as much burn as a starter. So some bench players got to come out there, take their time to get hot. Some players is just off the bench, get it. Off the rip, they hot, off the matic. That's what I'm trying to say.
But when you got a hot player who's playing 40 minutes, game after game after game,
because that's
you would think you would give him rest so he could keep that.
But
you'll see,
Nick. Why give?
You'll see. That's all I gotta.
Nick,
that's all I gotta say, man.
You want player. You want player management. Player management is okay. You play 40 minutes every minute. So this last game, go sit down half the game. Win or lose, it doesn't matter.
I don't know how to break this down clearly.
I need you to be. I need you 100% for the next 2 games. So this one game, I need you to play 20 minutes instead of playing 40 minutes and give one of these guys and let one of these guys go up there and play ball. That's what you want.
All right, we live in an era. We live in an era where technology is on the up.
Nick, that's not basketball.
You got a cell phone, right?
Nick, that's not.
Do you
basketball.
talk on your phone to the fucking battery die out, or do you monitor where your energy or that battle?
No.
When the battery's at.
Nick,
come on, man. You sound crazy,
Nick.
bro. You don't charge your phone?
Nick, it doesn't.
Do you charge your phone?
That's a phone. You're talking about a phone compared to
a human being.
They're basketball players.
A human being.
Nick, this is a professional job. They train all year around to do this. Playing 40 minutes of basketball should not be no problem for nobody 20 and 30 years old, brother. It shouldn't be no problem at all. Ain't like they playing every day 40 minutes, 82 days out the year straight basketball. Then that's different. No, they do it in breaks. They do it in spurs. The Knicks have back-to-backs. You ain't paying attention back-to-back?
No, I'm paying attention to Tom Thibodeau 9-man rotation and seeing the Knicks win 4 games straight. When he played 9-man, when he stopped that 7-8 bullshit, and then he went 9, won 4 games straight, and then turned right back around and did the dumb shit.
Oh, how he did the dumb shit when one of the players got injured?
Why did they get injured?
It wasn't one of the starters.
Oh, so now he's working on the second unit.
So
now we're working on the second unit. Oh.
It was the second unit.
Okay, I wonder why.
It doesn't wonder why, because niggas like you want to let them keep getting more time. You don't see what you're saying? I'm telling you. These players is normally supposed to play 40 minutes. I'm an NBA starter. I make over $100 million a year. Of course I'm supposed to be on the court 40 minutes a game. 40 minutes, 140 minutes, and I'm getting a check at the end of the week that's $2, $3, $4 million. And all I got to do is give you 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Think about the logic of what you're saying, Nick. 40 minutes. And I'm paying you hundreds of millions of dollars.
That sounds like some political shit.
No, it ain't political, Nick. It's literally life. That's just what it is. They entertainers. This is what they do for a living. This is what they get paid for. This is what they train for. 40 minutes is not enough time. It ain't like a... Come on, you got hockey players out there 40 minutes that play the whole fucking hockey game. With equipment on their back. With 60, 70 pounds on them. Extra. And they still out there doing it. It's a sport. This is what they do.
Why is Tom Thibodeau the most hated coach in the league when we're speaking out of basketball?
Say he's hated?
If you go to the polls and you ask motherfuckers,
God, Nick,
who is the most hated coach when we speak of the NBA, Tom Thibodeau, go to Google right now. Google. You got your phone right there. Listen, most hated coach among players.
NBA.
Yes, he is.
You is bugging
Yes,
out.
he is.
Bro, you
ask Obi. Ask Obi. Ask Kevin Love. You ask around.
Bro.
Ask around.
You talking
Let's
about,
go to the polls right now.
Listen,
he will not pull that phone out right now, y'all.
Because you're talking about a handful
because
I'm talking
about the league.
You need the facts.
Prove
I don't
wrong.
need the facts. I don't believe the bullshit.
Okay.
Everything on the internet ain't true.
Okay.
So I don't believe what you saying right there. The NBA, he's the worst. No, he's not the worst coach in the NBA. No.
I didn't say the worst.
Yes, you.
I said he's the worst. He's the most disliked coach among players.
The worst coach to the players.
Okay.
How can you say that without knowing genuine what that is?
Okay.
Borderline. What do you know what that is?
Okay.
Do you really know that, or you just going by what 2 or 3 players heard that you overheard, or you looked on the internet and you seen the article? That don't mean that, dude. When you physically hear a vote that goes around the NBA,
a vote has been going around.
No, it's where?
Go look.
Where? No, you go look.
I can't hold the camera and do that at the same time.
I don't need to look at something that you're just making up in your head just to make a conversation of the topic, Nick. We're not doing that.
All right.
We going.
Listen, man. I want everybody who's watching this, right?
Facts,
because G5 ain't gonna go in the comments not on after this interview because he don't like to be proven wrong. I would like y'all to go and Google and look up the polls on where do they rate Tom Thibodeau as far as being liked in the NBA as a coach. We off that discussion. I ain't gonna go back and forth, man. The majority rules.
He want to have
that's
a job
it.
in the NBA.
Then the majority. That's the problem. He still has a fucking job, and he ain't coaching.
Okay.
He ain't coaching. And I'm hearing this motherfucker gonna be around to 2028. Get the fuck out of here. And you know what that means? We ain't gonna have no motherfucking ring all the way up to 2028.
You blaming the coach for the
I blame that because he's the overseer.
He's not the overseer. He's not on the court playing basketball, bro.
He's calling the plays.
I could call the plays and put the players out there, nigga. The players don't.
Even Phil Jackson, who had a Michael Jordan, played the fucking bench. Oh my motherfucking God. Bro, one of the greatest players in the motherfucking world that stepped in an NBA league. He had a bench that was utilized, man. Fuck out of here, man.
They don't.
Come on, man. But they don't do that no more.
The coaches don't get the respect as the players, bro. Let's be truthful. Let's be truthful. Only reason why you saying Phil Jackson because he got fucking championships as a player. We're talking about pure coach. We're not talking about a player coach, Nick. Cut that out. Stop making. Stop. You're trying, you're reaching.
Listen, no. I'm reaching, and you know what I'm grabbing? I'm reaching, and I'm grabbing Tom Thibodeau's neck, and I'm squeezing on that motherfucking neck, and his eyes is bulging out, and he's choking. I'm gonna choke the shit out of Tom Thibodeau until somebody wake the fuck up. The reason why Tom Thibodeau is getting the motherfucking success he's getting is because of the fucking players. He gets no motherfucking credit.
And you think any other coach gets the success that they get without the players, brother? This is what I'm trying to tell you. Stop putting it on the coach. Put it on the players. Because the players is the one that makes the coach successful. It ain't the fucking coach that make the players successful, bro.
No, it's the coach who makes the players unsuccessful.
It's not.
We going around saying that a lot of players is garbage when you hardly see them on the motherfucking court. And then when he do get on the court, when they do get on the motherfucking court, y'all expect these niggas to have all-star performances.
When
Come
the
on,
players
man.
on a team, if you're not better than the players that's on the starting 5, you're not better than your teammates. You can be better than other players in the NBA, but you're not better than the starting 5 on this team. Understand that. You could be as good as you want to be when you get on that court and look as good as you look against other players. But when you playing against this starting five, you can't handle us. So that means you go with that section because that's where you good at. That's why you see a lot of bench players play the bench the way they play the bench. That's why 6-man is a 6-man for a reason. The 6-man could play the starter, but ain't as good on the starter. But put him in the second unit.
Would you say that's Deuce McBride? That's the 6-man?
Yeah, but he's not going to get it this year.
No, but just saying. But is he playing like
that is our 6-man?
Okay, so could that be why he's banged the fuck up too? Even when we talk about the bench?
No, because he's playing the inside game. He's not just shooting threes. He's going in there banging with the big guys. It doesn't matter. He's banging with the big guys. Whenever you bang with the big guys, you're gonna get hurt.
So how far you see this Knicks going, man? Without the bench?
Without the bench?
Because that's what you're saying. He don't need the bench.
He's using his bench, Nick. He's using 9 players. So what do you mean he's not using the bench? He's using a 4-man rotation. You don't understand that you can't give everybody minutes, Nick. This is a business. This is a real serious business where these niggas got to play 48 minutes. It ain't a game if they not playing. People ain't looking at the TV. People ain't buying the tickets for no fucking bench players, Nick. And you telling them, oh, put the bench players in. No, that's not.
To get them experience.
Get them what experience? If they not experienced, they don't need to be playing, Nick.
Listen,
that's what you need to understand.
So, all right, I can see you saying that when postseason comes, right? You want to put your best players out. But even he wasn't even playing. Listen, you know when he played the bench? Preseason. Then when regular season starts, they warm the bench up. Come on, man. How many games is in preseason?
Nick, we won't be in the position we at right now. We'd have been playing the bench players. This is what you need to not understand. You won't be in the position we at right now. We playing bench players. You think we'd be second in the East playing the bench? I mean, logically, you're logically thinking. Would we be that? No.
Okay.
No good team is gonna play their bench and think, oh, give them a grip. If you're not ready by motherfucking...
If you're not ready at the end of preseason, you're not playing.
If you're not ready by the end of fucking February, brother, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. And that's just for everybody that's on the Knicks. You should know every play. You should know how to run it. You should know when it's your goal. And you should know everything by then. So if they not going to perform... It ain't only they need the defense because if they got a starter out there with them, they got to play defense. But they got to want to play offense. And that's the problem with them. They so scared thinking they're going to get benched. Because if they not playing good enough defense. Because niggas in the NBA is lazy on defense. That's why. They'll let you go by and get the 2 points. Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah. We go back down, we'll try to score the same 2 points.
So if that's the case, Karl-Anthony Towns should have been benched. He don't play no defense.
How Karl-Anthony Towns?
He played defense? You're telling me he played defense?
Oh, my God.
You're telling me that Karl-Anthony Towns is known as a defensive player?
He don't get 2
This what you're telling me?
He don't get 2 steals.
Listen, I know you ain't going to ask me to answer a question when you didn't
ask. 2 blocks a game. If he ain't getting 2 steals, 2 blocks a game, that's not playing defense, Nick?
Listen, is he doing what Mitchell Robinson can't do?
Nick, Mitchell Robinson can't even keep up with half of the players in the NBA, Nick. Why are you talking about a man that only could play defense?
And why are you talking about a man that can only play offense?
No, he's a 2-way player. Stop it.
Come on,
That's why he's a starter. That's why he's a starter all
star.
Stop
that shit. If that was the case, no, his numbers up.
No, he's a starter.
He's entertaining.
For a reason. No,
that's why that's why.
No,
that's why he's going to the All-Star.
Nick, are you a Knicks fan?
No, are you a Knicks fan?
You the one who's downplaying.
No, I'm telling the motherfucking truth. Because I care. I care about where we going. You settling for anything. You're settling for anything. How
you gonna say?
So do you care? Do you care?
Always top 5 in the top.
Do you care?
Nick, he's always in the defensive. He has defensive player of the year. He's material every year. He's in the talks for defensive player of the year. Do you understand what you're talking about? Do you know who you're talking about? You're talking about Karl-Anthony Towns. This is what I'm talking about. I don't think you really pay attention and know the logic of basketball because you really don't understand it. How the you gonna sit there and say he's not a defensive player? He's always talked about as defensive player of the year. And he's been getting snubbed for defensive player of the year because he got Goldberg there. Why you think he's a starting now? He's a starter already. He ain't even been in the Knicks in a full year. He's only a half a year, Nick. And he got more fans than the fucking captain. What are you talking about? Because he's a defensive player. He plays two ways. He gets 2 and 2. What? And he could go out there and give you 45 points and 25 rebounds. What are you talking about?
That's offense.
45 rebounds is offense,
No,
brother?
you said 45 points.
45 points and 25 rebounds with 3
Okay.
blocks
He
and
crashing
2
boards.
steals. And 3 blocks and 2 steals. What is that?
Okay.
That's a defensive player. That's just a superstar in general.
Okay.
And that's for a big man. None of them ain't doing that.
Okay.
Do you see Jokic doing that? Do you see Embiid doing that? I'll name them. I'll keep naming them and naming them, Nick. You don't see them doing that. They're not putting it to the floor like that. Jokic ain't even doing what he normally do. The Joker's not even doing what he normally do. He had enough of that, giving y'all niggas triple doubles. I'm done with all that. Giving y'all niggas 9 and thing.
Look,
He don't get no rebound. He get 9.
Let's cut the chase. Is Tom Thibodeau gonna bring the Knicks to a championship?
Like I said, we got to get past Boston. Right now, we're in second. We don't have to worry about Boston right now.
I'm gonna ask you again.
Like
Is Tom Thibodeau gonna get the Knicks to the championship?
Bracket.
If you say yes, that means we're gonna get past Boston.
No, because
I
Boston might not
say
make
yes
it past a certain. If we on the second side,
I ain't even asked about Boston. I asked you, was the Knicks going to go? You making this,
Nick,
you making it harder than what it is, man.
It's all about arrangement. That's why I look at it. I'm looking at it analytically. If we get it, we can get it if we stay right where we at, because we don't have to worry about Boston. It's that simple, bro. If Boston get eliminated, the Knicks is going to the championship. It's nothing to talk about. That's it. That's all. That's just it. I can sit there and say, if we do it right and we get in the right bracket, in the right situation, and Boston get eliminated, we going to the championship. I could believe we could beat every other team. But Boston got our number. That's it. And there's nothing to be ashamed about. Ain't nothing to be mad about. It's nothing. It's just that they got a bench that sits there and do the same thing the starters go out there and do. Shoot the fucking ball. They got some shooters. Some good-ass fucking shooters. About 5 of them off the bench. It's straight shooters. And that's just the honest truth. I'm not going to lie about it. We don't have 5 straight off the bench shooters. We just don't have it.
All right, and that's what it is with my boy G5 on Real Talk with Nick, your host, Nickavelli King. He's sticking by the script. He's saying Tom Thibodeau is doing an awesome job. He's saying Tom Thibodeau don't have to put emphasis on the bench. So I expect the Knicks to go all the way with no motherfucking bench players involved.
The bench been doing their job.
Now you're saying the bench has been doing this job because they've been shutting the fuck up, sitting on that bench, warming it up, and keeping that motherfucking bench warm, and drinking the Gatorade, and doing everything, keeping they,
For them on the court. I don't want to hear
it.
nothing when you keep saying that.
Okay.
For the men on the court. Nick.
Okay, and that's what it is.
Stop pushing that narrative.
And we out.
For
Peace.
them on that court.